Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. And we begin with an Alabama principal schooling returning students on the value of good music and good hygiene. Dr. Quentin Lee took MC Hammer's 1990 classic, Can't Touch This, and repurposed it into a must-see anthem for anyone headed back to class in the era of COVID.
Fresh new rules and plans. Let's all be safe. Go wash your hands. So move back up 6 feet. You better not cough and you better not sneeze. Sanitation. Hold on. Let me check your temp. Not under your arm. Like that. Like that. You're all clear. Go to the back. Everybody says that this is too much, and these are the things you can't touch. Yo, I told you.
The video is worth a look. It's up on YouTube and shows a very energetic Dr. Lee dancing around his high school with Lysol and a thermometer, rapping about sanitizers and social distancing, spraying down vending machines, and reminding kids to pull up their masks. It's already been viewed more than 1 million times. Pretty good for a parody that reportedly took him only 15 minutes to write. For the record, MC Hammer loves the Good Doctor's musical interpretation and gave him a shout-out on social. Dr. Lee's humorous take on back to school is in stark contrast to the message delivered by the head of the United Nations. Secretary General Antonio Guterres said yesterday that the coronavirus pandemic has led to the largest disruption of education in human history. In mid-July, schools in more than 160 countries were closed, impacting 1 billion kids. As of today, 100 of those countries still haven't announced reopening plans. Guterres called getting students back in class safely critical to preventing a generational catastrophe that could waste untold potential, undermine decades of progress, and worsen inequalities. Disney's Splash Mountain ride has been in the news a lot lately, mostly for the wrong reasons, and this latest update is no exception. Over the weekend, one of the flumes at the resort in Orlando apparently sprung a leak. Video shot by 2 of the passengers shows the boat taking on water and filling up around their sneakers. The riders decided to evacuate even though a park employee reportedly told them that they should stay inside. Moments after they stepped off, the log sank, seats and all. Perhaps to take attention away from that headline and the $5 billion it lost last quarter, the company announced late yesterday that it was going to make its 4 times delayed Mulan movie available on its streaming app for $30 starting early next month. A British 7-year-old just showed the world how it's done. Freyja Holding is now the youngest person to ever reach the summit of an 11,000-foot mountain unaided. Freyja climbed Piz Badil on the border of Switzerland and Italy with her parents in just 3 days. Her younger brother Jackson tagged along, carried on the back of his mom while Dad lugged up the supplies. Even though Jackson had help, he too set his own record, becoming the littlest lad to ever make it to the top, regardless of how he got there. No doubt, 2020 has been a tough year. And we're all going just a little bit batty. Now, 2 different countries on opposite sides of the world have come up with 2 very different ways to beat the blues. Iceland wants you to send them your screams. Interested? Record yourself yelling at the top of your lungs and send it over to the country's National Tourism Board, which will then broadcast your stress-busting release from loudspeakers throughout the country's vast, beautiful landscape. Over in Taiwan, a different approach. On August 8th, one of its airlines is offering flights to nowhere. Book a ticket, go airborne, and land back in the exact same location 3 hours later. Travel-starved passengers will get views, dinner, and the fleeting feeling that they actually went somewhere. One place that no one will be going is Radio City Music Hall in New York City. For the first time ever, the Rockettes' annual Christmas Spectacular has been called off. They hope to be back in 2021. That's it for KidNuz this morning. Now, our KidNuz quiz. What sank at Disney World in Florida? A log flume on Splash Mountain. How old is the youngest to ever climb Europe's Piz Badil Mountain unaided? 7. Where can you take a flight to nowhere? In Taiwan, an Alabama principal repurposed what song as a back-to-school anthem?
You can't touch this.
You can't touch this.
In One for the Road, Dr. Lee's viral hit isn't the only parody out there. A New York mom just took the 1947 bestseller Goodnight Moon and reimagined it into Good Morning Zoom. Author Lindsay Reckler says she rewrote the original to help explain to her kids why their world turned upside down. Her version features virtual meetings with classmates, a lot of screen time, and at-home board games before ending on a hopeful note. Good morning, world. I'll see you soon. All proceeds will go toward coronavirus relief charities. Before we go, we have birthday shout-outs for Ellie in Ocala, Florida, Jonathan in Morrisville, North Carolina, Ari in Castle Pines, Colorado, Leilani in Gilbert, Arizona, Lily in Elora, Ontario, Unish in Basel, Switzerland, and in Texas, Blaine in McKinney, and Anna Karina in Houston. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.